पाकिस्तान के हेड कोच माइक हेसन ने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की है कराची नेशनल स्टेडियम में, और जितनी स्पेकुलेशन थी बाबर आजम के हवाले से, शाहिन शाह अफरीदी के हवाले से, सारा मीडिया इधर उधर की बेपर की उड़ा रहे थे। भाई उसने कोई विकेट कीपिंग करने के लिए नहीं कहा, ना उसने शाहिन को कहा कि बाहर हो गया, जो कुछ कहा। आइए हम आपको सुनवाते हैं और दिखाते हैं कि माइक हेसन ने क्या कहा।
For us, with a T20 focus, so a lot about, I guess, working backwards from the World Cup, identifying key areas that we need to work on, and then putting the boys under a bit of pressure. I think we've identified, even in the short time we've had with them with the last series, that there are some real fundamentals that we need to work on as a group, and that's why we've got a week with them here. The first few days will be around those, and then we'll start to be a bit more specific focus leading into Bangladesh.
Yes. Mike, there's been a speculation on social media that you have talked to Babar Azam regarding doing wicket keeping in the T20 format. So is there any chat regarding that or not? And talk us about the involvement of the head coach in the selection, because the previous two coaches that has been left Pakistan side, they said that they are not designated with the selection. They are not allowed to play their role in the selection. So talk about the Babar and the selection.
Sure. Firstly, Babar Azam's not seen as a wicket-keeping option. No, I'm not sure where that came from, but I have heard that speculation around. Babar is competing for one of the opening positions at the moment. Obviously, we have Faka and Siam in those two roles at the moment, so he's competing for that. And I think, secondly, from a selection point of view, I am part of the selection panel. Yes, I am, and then. The selectors or the selection panel select a squad of 20 players, and then the coach and captain present 15 to the chairman.
There is a speculation about Shahin Shah Afridi as well, that Mike Hesson told him to select one or two format. Do you told him about one or two format, or what is the future of him in T20 cricket?
Shahin Shah Afridi is a world-class player, so there's no doubt that we've identified some areas that we think Shaheen needs to work on, as does every player at this camp. But there's a good reason that him and everybody else is at this camp, is that they're in the wider frame for Pakistan in white ball cricket, and that includes T20 cricket. So, players go through, good periods and periods where they're a little bit down in their game. And it's up to us as a coaching staff to try and get our best players on the park and make them better. So when they play for Pakistan, they perform better. So we certainly don't discount quality players. We try and work with them to help them come back stronger.
Mike, we've seen that Hesson Ali is not part of the Pakistan team, but he's doing well in county T20 plus, already taken 21 wickets. So I want to ask, sometimes we've seen a lot of cricket boards now that players are playing franchise cricket to get different experiences in different environments. So how you feel this kind of thing, that players playing leagues and getting all the countries' environments and playing well and performing superbly? And so talk us about Hesson Ali also.
I'll talk to Hassan Ali first. Hassan will be involved with our team in the West Indies. We've seen it as an opportunity for us to introduce Salman Mirza into the Bangladesh series, and that's in the Hassan Ali place, but not instead of him. It's just we know Hassan's playing cricket at the moment. He's playing very well, and we can provide an opportunity to another promising player, and then Hassan will come and join us again in the West Indies. So, I think the opportunity to play in countries that are very different to Pakistan is important for a player's growth. So whether it's be Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, England, those countries are very different than what we face in the facilities we can offer here. So that's one advantage other countries have too. When they send them to tournaments in the subcontinent, they start to grow. So certainly something we need to encourage, but make sure it fits within the international program.
Shahin Shah Afridi has been left out. For what reason, you can elaborate better? Because he has just won the PSL as well, and Pakistan's bowling attack looks quite quite thin. There is no experience in the bowling side. So, does he can make it or not? What is the story behind it?
Oh, look, as I said, Shaheen is a high quality player. We obviously had we had Hassan Ali, and we had Harris Ralph and Abbas Afridi perform really well against Bangladesh. Obviously, one is injured with Harris Ralph. Hassan Ali we've seen as an opportunity to bring in Salman Mirza. But Shaheen will get his opportunity. But we want to make sure that Shaheen's also, made some improvements to his game. So when he comes back in to the T20 side, he performs well.
Hesson, obviously, we saw you working in the nets with Babar Azam yesterday because he is obviously an asset and has performed well for Pakistan in T20 format. Are you a big fan of strike rates? As we hear a lot of talk about the strike rate of Babar Azam Rizwan, and a couple of news also claim that you have asked Babar to improve his strike rate, play around 150 strike rate, so that he can be able to make his place in the T20 team.
I don't think I'll ask anyone to score at a 150 strike rate. I think that's unreasonable. I think there's no doubt strike rate is important in T20 cricket, but you have to combine that with obviously a volume of runs. So we've got players, and there's a good reason why our ranking in T20 cricket is as low as it is because our strike rates from a batting point of view are not high enough. And we certainly made some shifts, as I said in that last series, to play a more expansive game of cricket and probably catch up with the rest of the world in terms of that's the way the modern game is. So Babar is one of many who has the ability to make those improvements, and I'm certainly here to work with him and help him. And the last month or so, he's made some really good changes. And it's not a matter of going from 125 to 150. It's just a matter of increasing, what you offer, because we're no doubt, often 30 or 40 runs short with the bat. So we need to find a way of getting there.
Last question.
Yeah, Mike, this is just second day for camp. So actually, what you are focusing on in the field for the promotion of the skills. And the second part of the question is that how you see the weather conditions over here in the camp. And the third one, what you have the expectation for the upcoming series against India.
Well, firstly, from a fielding point of view, we've brought in a new fielding coach, Shane McDermott, who is highly experienced in Asian conditions, worked with a number of teams around the world, and certainly if you saw some of yesterday's training, there's some real intensity there. So a big part of our fielding is to increase the intensity and increase the athleticism in the field. What was your second part?
Second part of the weather condition over here.
Weather, look, it's actually pretty good. Like when I left Lahore, it was 48 degrees about 3 weeks ago. So this is impressive.
Third part of